All right, here we are, Game 4 between Team Spirit and NaVi. NaVi took Game 1, then Team Spirit took Game 2 in a barn burner with Divine Rapiers all over the place. It was an hour and 2-minute engagement. Or an hour and 5 minutes, one of the two. It's over now, who cares? And then Team Spirit, they took Game 3 as well, pretty handily. And very quickly, so NaVi coming into this draft, Lifestealer Chen picked up Tiny for Team Spirit. They ban out the CK again with the Enchantress as well as the Witch Doctor. Then for Team Spirit, down is the Clockwork as well as the Tusk and Rubik. So LeBron Dota not getting that Rubik once again. And it does seem at times that he's a little bit uncomfortable with other heroes, and we'll see how he feels coming in with a new position 5 pickup. As Chen is there for Roger. Lifestealer picked up for Crystallize. And then you've got this Tiny. I would say most likely for Illidan, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's played by ILTW mid. So, Ancient Apparition this time picked up for the side of Team Spirit. And we'll see what they want to ban out now. Position 5 picked up for Team Spirit. That will be FNG's hero. Tiny, again, we don't know if that's going to be Illidan or ILTW's. And then for the side of NaVi, Lifestealer Chen. That is probably Crystallized Lifestealer and Roger on the Chen. Omni Knight as well as the Brood banned out. DK and Sand King from Team Spirit. Let's see what they want to do next with this third pick. NaVi, they've kind of looked a little bit sloppy in the last 1.5 matches. They were unable to take the high ground away from a Tinker, which is honestly no surprise. Tinker is one of the best high ground holders in the game. And ILTW playing him was amazing. I mean, he held very well and opened up the space for Illidan on the gyrocopter. It was not, I don't know if it was more Team Spirit doing enough to hold that high ground than it was NaVi not able to get up there. So, Earth Spirit picked up. See if that is LeBron Dota on the Earth Spirit. Might have to change his name to Messi Dota. Or Ronaldo Dota, I don't know. It's whatever you guys prefer. We'll see how many kicks he makes. Then we'll make the decision based on the end of the game. And this, you know, if NaVi win, it goes to a Game 5. If Team Spirit win, it's over. So, NaVi 1 game away from elimination. Team Spirit 1 game away from qualifying for GESC Jakarta. So, Team Spirit, I think it would be, what, their first minor qualified for all year? Weaver picked up for Team Spirit. That makes me think that maybe Illidan and ILTW are switching lanes, because they've done that before, where ILTW took the Weaver and went safe lane, and then Illidan went mid, and this could be one of those cases. But Weaver is a pretty decent pick, considering the fact that NaVi, at least at this moment, don't exactly have a lot of lockdown for him. Chen, if he gets the right creep, they do have the Ensnare, the Boulder Smash, and maybe the Geomagnetic Grip. And now NaVi in the offlane, they pick up Underlord for General. The thing that I kind of worry about is, where is your Lifestealer carrier? I feel like you're kind of set on either having a Queen of Pain or a Storm Spirit mid, and one of those is definitely going to get banned out next by Team Spirit. I mean, there's no way they let both of them through. And I would say ban out the Storm Spirit first. Global presence there with the Dark Rift, as well as Ball Lightning if they do get the Storm. I mean, they don't have a Blink Initiator right now. It seems like, at least in terms of all 4 games, this might be their weakest lineup. At least so far. Timber Saw. Oh my. So that could just turn that into a DK Phobos Tiny. Mid Timber Saw, safe lane Weaver. I don't even know if Storm is enough at this point. I don't know if Lifestealer is enough at this point. Timber is going to shred these heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
So last bans from both sides. And let's take a look what is going to come last from Team Spirit and or NaVi. I would assume at this point, I've seen Timber Saw in the 4 position before. I wouldn't be surprised to see Timber in that support role. So it could still be a core coming out for Team Spirit. It does leave the draft pretty wide open. Just because we've seen Timber there in that 4 spot before. Ban of the Solardar, thinking that they are going to go for a 4 position, put Timber in the core, and again, it could go either way. So
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
I feel like NaVi kind of need somebody with a stun to lock in this Weaver. Storm will probably be the ultimate pick for NaVi. He gets an Orchid for Weaver. He's transportation for Lifestealer. TA banned out. Earthshaker picked up, so this will be a core Timber Saw most likely. 4 position Earthshaker, 5 position Ancient Apparition. Still don't know about where Weaver or Tiny are going or who's playing what. Again, I have seen Illidan go over mid a couple of times when I'm pretty sure it was ILTW who did pick up the Weaver.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll see what they go for last. What they want to do for this last pick for the side of NaVi. I feel like Storm is their best option. I don't know if it's a good option, but I think it's their best option. Now let's see. Okay.
Choose your hero.
Okay. So, Dandy on the Tinker, General on the Underlord, LeBron. So you're basically telling me your mobility for a Lifestealer is solely based on an Earth Spirit. I feel like that's not enough to get in there. Tinker we've seen be successful. Obviously, that was ILTW on the Tinker. We'll have to see how Tinker does. Dandy on that Tinker, of course. General on the Underlord. Roger with the Chen. LeBron Dota on the Earth Spirit. And Crystallize on the Lifestealer. For the side of Team Spirit, they've got FNG. FNG here on the Ancient Apparition. Weaver played by Illidan. DK Phobos in the off lane, but going safe lane. Timber Saw. Biver on the 4 position. Biver on the 4 position. Earthshaker. This is Illidan on the Weaver and Tiny, played by ILTW. So it's definitely an interesting draft from the side of NaVi. I don't know how well it's going to work. You're trying to frontline with the Lifestealer with Tinker on the back lines shooting lasers and rockets, but tanky through that is going to be DK Phobos, and he's going to be able to get behind enemy lines, as well as probably a Shadow Blade or a Blink Dagger. I would say more a Blink Dagger in this case for ILTW on the Tiny. Illidan, there's not a lot of lockdown for him. Yeah, you've got Pit of Malice and Boulder Smash, and possibly a creep that ensnares him, but other than that, I just don't know if they have enough to lock him down. Bounty runes, 3 for Team Spirit, 1 for the side of NaVi. Let's see how these lanes are going to set up. They put DK Phobos in the safe lane. Over mid, it will be the Tiny with FNG up against Dendy on the Tinker. Of course, they've got Underlord now making his way to the safe lane as they've put Crystallize over in the off lane against DK Phobos. Looking for the right matchups between both sides. And DK Phobos is going to take a little bit of early damage from the Lifestealer, but we'll see how much they're really able to affect DK Phobos early on. Has himself that reactive armor level 1 over mid. Dendy getting a little bit low. There's the cold feet on him. ILTW, again, with this Tiny, has Tree Grab to work with. No Avalanche or Toss just yet, but he gets that level 2, level 3 of the lockdowns there. Maybe the Chilling Touch comes out from FNG. You got to be very careful on the side of NaVi over early in this mid lane. ILTW now level 2. There's the Avalanche. Looking for one more shot. The tree throw, and has the Salve able to survive. That is a long tree throw, but General over bottom. The Fissure's going to block him out from getting back too far behind his line, and Illidan just going to continue to harass him. This is looking good for the side of Team Spirit. 2 out of the 3 lanes looking quite decent. So FNG staying here with ILTW in terms of dual laning. Just want to make sure that they're able to knock down Dendy. They'll look a little bit later for the Avalanche Toss, Chilling Touch to get the kill. They just need level 2 here and the mana for the Ancient Apparition. And then they'll grab Chilling Touch and possibly be a little bit more aggressive once ILTW does, in fact, hit level 3. Take a look over bottom again. General in the safe lane for right now. He is in that position 3 with the Underlord. And I don't know how much they're going to be able to stop the farm of Illidan, which obviously we've seen Illidan with quite a bit of farm. He doesn't really quite care once he's got that farm. And he will just continue to just smash his way through, especially with a little bit of help. But for right now, they've sent Biver over mid, trying to find the Fissure onto Dendy. And he walks into LeBron Dota, who will eat the Fissure for the most part, but that does probably save the life of Dendy. Roger over in the enemy jungle, just looking to farm up as much as he can. He's going for an early medallion. He does have this Dark Troll Summoner, so the Ensnare is available. That's exactly what they need if they want to make an aggressive play. They still do have this Hellbear as well. And in terms of ganking possibilities, they do have it pretty nicely. And FNG with the first blood, a nicely placed Fissure by Biver, as well as the body blocks. First blood comes out for the Ancient Apparition on the mid Dendy Tinker. Laser comes through. Avalanche going to be used. Biver not here for right now. They'll take one back in FNG as Roger comes around the back. There's the Ensnare. There's the Rolling Boulder with the Hellbear. They'll grab a second double kill for Roger. And NaVi, they really want to force a game 5. They don't want to be eliminated just yet. They want this miner over in Jakarta to come their way in Indonesia for GESC. Actually, no. Oh god. Hey, you know what? That's just off. The names are wrong. I gave up. I tried to switch them. It went poorly. I'm a one-man production over here. I can't get it done. I failed you guys all. Over towards bottom. Firestorm on top of Biver. Biver just trying to run away, but the nicely placed Rolling Boulder. Boulder smash. There's the first big kick of the day. LeBron. I'm telling you, it might turn into messy Dota. So Medallion now here for Roger. It's a nice lead so far and a nicely done in terms of their lanes right now for the side of NaVi as well. The heavy pressure that had come on from Team Spirit, especially over mid, something that they need to be careful about, especially with the kill that came out on to Dendy to start this fight. But then they got 2 assists on him. Roger got himself a double kill. A Fed Chen's always a nice Chen. And he's heading over here with an early sub 5-minute medallion. So they're going to work on this and head over mid once again. Here they go, ILTW, FNG here. Probably the easier kill of the two is going to be FNG. They actually don't even go over mid. Roger and LeBron are going to head over top to try and get this kill on the Timbersaw. Got two in the reactive armor. This is going to have to be pretty quick. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get it. There's the smoke being broken, and there's the slow. Timber Chain not too far away. The Thunderclap comes out. DK Phobos low. Here comes Crystallize, and they'll get that kill on a DK Phobos. Now 4-1 in favor of NaVi.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
So 4-1, and now the lane's looking a little bit better on all sides for the side of NaVi. It looked a little bit poorer just a moment ago. The only lane I'd say going decently for the side of Team Spirit was bottom, as Illidan gets himself a little bit of farm. The Swarm comes through, trying to clean up these Chen creeps. Crystallize just taking off that Swarm, hitting away this tier 1. They might just go for this Weaver, who's in a lot of trouble. The Boulder Smash comes through, gets off that Shikuchi, able to make his way into the trees. Illidan's still here with Crystallize nearby. They will start to damage this tower, and Crystallize will be forced to retreat. Laser Avalanche comes out. They look over at Dendi, trying to freeze him over. Cold Feet not going to proc. Now just running away, and there's nothing they could do to stop that. Even General coming over. As well as LeBron Dota, just to defend Dendi for now, who is level 4. There's the Avalanche again. The toss on top with the Fissure. They'll get the kill. Nothing to stop this. General's even standing there. The Firestorm, the Pit of Malice, nothing really there. And they do just watch Dendi die over mid. So Crystallize has made his way over into the safe lane, staying nearby DK Phobos, who is level 5. Crystallize level 6. And they do start to chase just a little bit, but they're not being all too aggressive. Meanwhile, Team Spirit trying to bring this game back in their favor. And they will send a rotation around of Biver as well as FNG. LeBron Dota the only one here over mid for right now. And there's the slow, there's the Fissure, there's the kill. Boulder Smash comes out onto one, and oh! Tree Toss. It's there. With that throw, ILTW can call himself Aaron Rodgers. That's a very nice one. Far distance. That's the hat tier 1 all the way over here. It's now 4-3. Over top, Illidan just harassing out General. He TPs away. They're still over mid. Biver here with FNG. And another Fissure comes out to block in Dendi. The rotations come through. There's the Avalanche toss back to the creep wave. They're trying to get this kill. Body blocking on Dendi. But here comes March of the Machines. ILTW getting very low with the rotations coming out from the side of NaVi. They've brought Crystallize over here to try and get the kill on the Tiny. Coming over right now is the Chen creeps, and Biver might just be the target. Avalanche comes out, down he... No, wait, yeah, there it is. Invest through. Crystallize gets the kill.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
So they get this kill, 5-3 in favor of NaVi. They'll also work on this mid-tier 1. They'll take this mid-tier 1 out. Start to pressure this map for the side of Team Spirit. You got to wonder how well DK Phobos is going to do here in this game. Already level 7. They really need to think about shutting him down, because if he can make the space for the Weaver for Illidan, which Illidan's already getting enough space to really work on this Diffusal Blade, it could mean trouble for the side of NaVi. It's only about even right now. They do leading kills by 2, but I just don't know if that's enough. So over mid again. There's the Fissure on a General. Pit of Malice comes through, as well as the Avalanche. Trying to get this toss, do a little bit of damage. He is quite tanky. Able to survive from now. The gank comes on, and they don't find anything with it at that moment. So this is Illidan just, again, free farming. We've seen this story before where Illidan free farms and all of a sudden you're like, well, how did this guy get so strong? Well, the answer to that is he's free farming. And Illidan, you need to stop eventually. Weaver with free farm. You take a look at DK Phobos. His farm is quite nice, sitting 4th in the net worth. Top of the net worth right now is Crystallize. as he's got that armlet and phase boots ready. And I guess the Infest guy, the taxi for today's game, is LeBron Dota. Brought to you by the NBA, I guess. Which I guess subsequently would be brought to you by Gatorade, Under Armour, and all that. So the solo comes out onto Bivard. Nobody coming over just yet. They need the Boulder Smash to lock him in, but they won't. As you take a look at where LeBron Dota is, he's all the way in the back lines with the Infested Lifesteal.
Like a drunk sailor.
So just roaming to find something, but this is a lot of time that Crystallize isn't farming. If you can get a kill, it does end up being worth it, but Illidan over mid has time-lapse very close on that diffusal blade. There's the silence. The geomagnetic grip comes out as well as the ice blast, but that's from FNG. The time-lapse is off. Illidan, he's off to the races. Now going to get that kill on a LeBron Dota. Hand of God is going to be used. They look over at Crystallize. He's got to be forced out to run. ILTW's here with the Shikuchi. They toss over FNG, but right into the pit of malice. You've tossed him to his death, sir. And FNG slapped down by General. But Illidan still has enough damage to avalanche toss on the General. Will start to retreat. Crystallize thinking about going in on to Biver. That was not cool by that tiny Boulder Smash. Hits a nice long kick from about outside the penalty box. Down goes Biver, and showing up will be DK Phobos. ILTW trying to move on forward. The Pit of Malice locks in too. Crystallize and the rest of the team are able to retreat, and it's basically a win here for the side of NaVi. So, a fight like that has opened it up for Dendy to try and find this farm. He's going for the boots to travel, but oh, in comes DK Phobos. Down goes Dendy, and those will be delayed even further. It's DK Phobos now starting to roam around the map with a very big global presence.
My thrift rewarded.
So all the while, Illidan, 1,000 gold saved up. Probably have that Diffusal coming his way in just a moment. As again, he's continuing to get so much farm. Sitting second on the net worth, only behind General on this Underlord, but that could change in just a moment. Here comes ILTW with the avalanche and the toss. Down he goes, and just like that, they switch spots. And Illidan takes the top of the net worth.
Their structures.
Also take this tier 1 over bottom while the side of NaVi are just trying to rotate over mid to clean up something. It's a hard kill to get on DK Phobos. He's got 4 levels in that reactive armor. How do you really go in on him too heavily? You've got Crystallize here and the rest of the team coming around the back. There's the rolling boulder, geomagnetic grip. They need the boulder smash to lock him in. There's the stun. Roger coming forward, but Timber Chain starting to get out. Chakram through, and Fissure not in time. They do get the kill on the Timber Saw. But again, this is a lot of trouble under enemy lines. Dendy can't move forward. Ice Blast comes out, is going to miss, and they'll get the kill on ILTW. So very aggressive from the side of Team Spirit, and really biting them in the butt as he goes in too deep, and they lose their Tiny on top of their Timber Saw now. So now they're kind of hoping on Illidan to find that farm. He's got the Diffusal Blade ready to go. They took out that tier 1. FNG, meanwhile, with the Arcane Boots. Timber Saw. Bloodstone after this Rod of Atos. Ooh, Crystallize in a lot of trouble. He might even freeze over. There's the Ice Blast hitting. You're dead, sir. FNG gets the kill. And they wiped his mana out. Was not able to get that Rage off. They had LeBron Dota nearby, but wasn't able to help out that Lifestealer. Couldn't infest into anything either. And down he goes. He was looking for that Desolator, but that's going to be a step back on that.
Dyer's courier just went belly up.
So right now, over top, let's take a look. Avalanche, Biver here has Echo Slam available. There's the toss on top. Dark Rift away. I don't think they have the damage, and they're going to hold this Echo Slam. DK Phobos just continuing to farm. He's 4th on the net worth. In front of him is Crystallize, who's now backing LeBron Dota on this Earth Spirit. They look over for Illidan. Illidan, you got to remember, has that Diffusal Blade top net worth, sharing that lead with General for right now. And again, the longer they stay, the longer they keep Crystal Eyes in LeBron Dota, the slower this farm's going to come. But they've got the Rolling Boulder as well as the Infest. That's going to be popped. The Chakram comes through. ILTW not dead just yet, but he finally gets low enough for them to clean up. LeBron Dota goes out next, so it's a 1-for-1 in favor, I would say, of NaVi as they kill off this Tiny. Beaver's starting to head over bottom, so is FNG. FNG needs to stay away from the side of NaVi. He's very easy to kill, especially with Crystal Eyes and Dendy, if they were to be nearby. But FNG just kind of taking care of his buddy here of Illidan, level 12. Did take that 20 mana break, has the Diffusal Blade as well. We take a look at the top of the net worth hero right now, which is General, has the Pipe, and Phase Boots is also level 12. General sort of becoming a nuisance for the side of Team Spirit. Illidan spent all his time here over bottom. Rod of Atos next here for the Underlord. We take a look at the Timber Saw. He's close to the Rod of Atos. I think he has enough for it now, and General makes his way over. There's the Firestorm and the Shikuchi out, and away is Illidan. But over into the Roche pit will be the side of NaVi. They're going to try and take this first Roche. We'll see if they're able to do so. Ice Blast up in a second. They've come in with these creeps. Roche not going down exactly too fast, but Team Spirit nowhere close to take this. Ice Blast finally spots it out. The rotations are heavy from the side of Team Spirit. The Swarm comes out. We'll hit on Roshan, and NaVi now starting to retreat away from the pit. Rolling Boulder, Boulder Smash, Geomagnetic Grip, as well as the Magnetize. There's going to be the time lapse. He's trying to get away with the help of DK Phobos. Crystal Eyes in a little bit of trouble. They look over at LeBron Dota. They're turning it around for at least one kill, thanks to DK Phobos. The time lapse off from Illidan. And now they might look into Roshan. ILTW, he's not looking too great in terms of net worth down here on 6, but he needs his Shadow Blade soon. The Dark Rift over to the Shrine, as well as the rest of the team trying to come in with the Chen. And we take a look over at DK Phobos. He's stunned up for just a moment. The Timber Chain away. Roger in a lot of trouble. They'll take out one. Now they might even look for Dendy. The laser comes through. Bibber's coming on over. And on the back ends of this fight, Illidan coming through onto Crystal Eyes, trying to run away. The damage is too much. There's the toss of General on top of him. Not enough damage just yet. There's the Firestorm still trying to chase. The Fissure doesn't hit. Crystal Eyes still trying to run away. The Chakram still not landing. And on the back lines, there's the Avalanche coming through from ILTW. The Boulder Smash locks it up, as well as the Pit of Malice. ILTW way too deep. He's going to go down to General. They'll get the kill. In return, 2-for-1 in favor of NaVi. There's the Chakram all the way back for DK Phobos, almost going down to the Rocket. Dragging that arm. Somehow Crystal Eyes makes it out of that whole engagement. That is absurd. Oh my god. Take a look again at Illidan. 2,400 gold saved up for him. DK Phobos. He's got that Rod of Atos saved up. Over top. Thinking about going in on General. Here's FNG with the Cold Feet as well as the Ice Blast. They hit on General, trying to do enough damage that they can. The Cold Feet procs, and they should have the Shatter at least. And there it is. It is LeBron. Number 23. LeBron Dota with the Geomagnetic Grip. He goes in with the Rolling Boulder. Boulder Smash on top of that. That's right next to the Shrine of Team Spirit. The Infest is out from Crystal Eyes. He thinks about going in. Magnetize doing quite a bit of damage with the March of the Machine. Smoke comes out from Team Spirit. And they actually look over mid as LTW with the Shadow Blade finds himself a Chen all by himself. Here comes the rest of the team. Ice Blast hits, and down goes Roger. I actually tried to TP Tinker in there, but I don't even know if that's the right move. So now about even again. Net worth was up at about 2,500, lead for the side of NaVi. Now in favor, just under 1,000. And Team Spirit over on the high ground is Dendy. With the Firestorm, with the March of the Machines, they will push back the side of Team Spirit. Go over just to take this set of Ancients. ILTW still working on the Shadow Blade. Have that invis to work with. Ooh, over bottom. There's the Rod of Atos with the Ice Blast coming through. DK Phobos with the kill. He is dominating on this Timbersaw, and it's starting to get really scary for the side of NaVi as this Timbersaw bulks up. Second on the net worth for his team, third on the net worth overall. That combined with the fact that you've got Illidan now with a Maelstrom, Team Spirit, they're looking to finish off this series right here, right now, not trying to go into a Game 5. Roger over top. Biver spots him. Actually, just blinking away. Is coming around the back will be ILTW, but already gone and away will be Roger. So, fish around on the Chen creeps. Clean those up at least. Get yourself a little bit of gold. So, Dendy, Blink Dagger, Soul Ring, going for the Dagon, not going Kaya Ags, not the normal build of a Tinker. Denying the top tier 1 will be Chen. Take a look over at Crystallize, and he does have the Desolator finish, just needs to get it all combined here. And then he's going for the S and Y. And on top of the Armlet, Crystallize sitting 4th on the net worth behind this Timbersaw. And DK Phobos, Foot of Defiance, as well as that Rod of Atos. There it is. We'll see if Crystallize is able to... I mean, with this Desolator, he should be much stronger. He's now infested again in LeBron Dota. You see how much this... The fact that he spent this time infested has really lowered his farm. He's down 7,800, 700 net worth down on the Timbersaw. And you compare that to the Weaver. He's down about 1,200 there. Scan comes out. They did spot them for just a moment. They smoke up General as well as Crystallize and LeBron Dota. Heading over top into the Echo Slam with the Ice Blast. Hanagai comes through, but that's not going to be enough. Dendy's going to fall. There's the last hit for FNG as he shatters. Dendy going down again. Dead for 50 seconds, no buyback, but the fight is raging on over mid. They try to get themselves a kill onto the tiny. ILTW will be the first one to drop. You look over at DK Phobos. He's still getting hit hard by this Magnetize. Here comes the rest of the team. Team Spirit with the Fissure coming through on a Crystallize, chasing down FNG, but the Rod of Atos holds him in place. Boulder Smash, long distance. I think that did re-engage the Magnetize on a Biver, but here comes Illidan. You might want to start to retreat. That's what the Dark Rift's all about. Here comes the Shikuchi on over, and they will get one. Crystallize and General do make their way out. So 15-13, 1,000 net worth lead here for the side of Team Spirit. Dendy's net worth sitting 5th overall, and he's died again. 50 seconds on the sideline. That's not going to help anything. Now reaching that 10,000 mark will be the Weaver. Over mid, Crystallize hitting away at DK Phobos. Rockets, lasers, rockets, lasers. Dendy gets the kill. And forced away will be Illidan, showing the strength of the Tinker despite not having that farm. And the Pit of Malice there from General. So they head on into the Roshan pit once again. 15-14. Even game overall, 23 minutes in. And it should be the Aegis here pretty quickly. Coming over will be the side of Team Spirit, but I just don't think they're there quick enough. Ice Blast not in time. Touch too late. Infest out again. Again on LeBron Dota, maybe trying to look and get a play over in the Shrine area. Sentry Ward to make sure they're not in vision, and that's going to go straight into a smoke. Meanwhile, over bottom, ILTW just continuing to farm up. He's looking for the Silver Edge into the BKB. And where's DK Phobos? He's over in base, going for the Bloodstone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Over top, Dendy in a little bit of trouble if they could find this stun. No. Time lapse forced out as well as the Ice Blast. Crystallize is going to die over bottom, or get a kill over bottom on ILTW. Shen creeps for you. 1,000 net worth lead here for the side of NaVi. Again, you got to remember that they are down 2-1. Up 2,000 net worth right now. Trying to hold this to a Game 5. They really want to qualify for the GESC Jakarta Minor in Indonesia. But Team Spirit, then you remember the other half of this. They're one game away from qualifying themselves. This tiny, ILTW on this tiny has not done much of anything. It's just been shut down the whole time. 1,600 net worth behind DK Phobos. And compared to the other mid, Dendy, who really hasn't had the greatest of games, he's down just about 3,000 net worth there. So they've been able to shut down this tiny. And Tinker, all the while, is still trying to get that farm going for Dagon 5 hour.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
All that's happening. Over bottom, General Crystallize just hitting away at this tower. Shadow Blade through for ILTW to try and get a kill. I don't even know if he has the damage to get a kill on General. Firestorm comes out to try and deny it. The glyph is through. General just trying to get the kill. Rolling Boulder on forward. Boulder Smash gonna miss the mark. They silence up FNG. They'll get the kill. No, not yet, actually. Magatai is out on Biver. Ice Blast hits on Crystallize. Biver thinking about going in, as well as DK Phobos just on the stairs thinking. And they will not go in to attempt to fight NaVi, now up 4,000 net worth. So very much falling behind and really doing not much of anything is ILTW on this tiny. It's kind of come down to all Illidan here, and I don't know if he has the net worth or the advantage to really pull this game away. You take a look at the other team where Crystallize is out, despite not having that really crazy Infest driver. He's already got the SNY. He's sitting second on the net worth. Compare that with Dendy on this Tinker, who's got the Dagon too, and really working well with what he's been given. He's died 5 times, and he's still sitting third on the net worth. You follow that up from General. He was top net worth at some point during this game with the Rod of Atos, Pipe, and then the Shivas next. They've got themselves a 5,000 net worth lead, 16-15. We'll see what Team Spirit have in their pocket to try and win out this game. Rolling Boulder. Boulder Smash. There's the Infest. Another great kick here from LeBron Dota. The Avalanche comes through. Here's Dendy. There's the kill. You're trying to TP away, and there's no chance in that. ILTW hits the deck again, and Dendy gets the kill. And another good kick there from Messy Dota, a.k.a. LeBron Dota. So BKB finished off for Illidan. We'll see if that's even enough. He still sits top of the net worth. But again, we've seen a Tinker in this series do so well. Biver forced to go back. He's lucky that that's just a Dagon 3. Over bottom, LeBron Dota a little bit low, taken out by Illidan. Crystallize thinking about going in. He's going to have to rage and walk away. But at the same time, the Shikuchi out from Illidan. DK Phobos, double damage. Not finding anything just yet. Meanwhile, Roger, he's got an Ags. He's level 19. I haven't really looked at Roger at all in the last, like, 10 minutes. Solar Crest coming out soon. Test of Faith cooldown, down 10 seconds. We'll see what he goes for next. Maybe that plus 1,000 creep minimum health. Going to try and get this BKB on the tiny, but look at how far he is. He's fallen below the position for Roger Chen. And 5k net worth lead here for NaVi still. But Bloodstone comes through for DK Phobos. There's still an opportunity. It's not a huge deficit for the side of Team Spirit. And as I said, that over bottom Illidan going to try and get away from Crystallize. He may not even try and leave. He looks over at Crystallize, goes back in. Maybe not the best of moves as he gets hit with that Dagon in the face. Now he's finally forced to retreat.
My thrift rewarded.
So it doesn't go with 1,000. 1,000 creep health minimum, goes for the 180 gold per minute. This is LeBron Dota has that hard 5. Take a look at Dendy. He's got the Dagon 5 finished up. General still going now for a Hex. And just going to Dark Rift away. Back to base. Infest into LeBron. They're going to make their way over top with the help of Roger. Here are his Ancients ready to fight for him. Neither team has really been pushing all too severely. They've just been farming up for the time being. They do watch as DK Phobos gets all the way away with that Timber Chain. And again, both teams just sitting back for now, farming up as much as they can. Ooh, Ice Blast. Still trying to find Dendy. Biver with a 4-staff forward. Doesn't find anything just yet as he's able to rearm and blink away. Dendy just getting out for now. Trying to clean up some Ancients. That's not going to happen. Makes them think that he sent him back to base, but instead they're up on the high ground. Illidan very nearby, and they're thinking about going in on this Tiny, but Illidan's going to come around the back. They don't have any wards of this, but now they'll finally see him trying to clean up this top wave. So they could just head over top. They might want to just push out mid. Crystallize finally popping out of the Infest, and they've made their mind up, and they will go for the mid tier 2. So, they take the tier 2. They continue to extend this lead now. 7,000 net worth ahead. Dendy with a Dagon 5. He's looking for the Kyle. We'll see if he goes to the Ags afterwards. Mjolnir finished off here for Weaver with the BKB, who he's yet to use. As I just missed Dendy going down. Pinnamouse comes out on 2, as well as the Rod of Atos. And Earthshaker not able to make it away as the Boulder Smash comes out onto 2 from LeBron Dota. ILGW as well as Beaver go down. And again, LeBron Dota with the save for the side of Navi. Yes, they do lose that Dendy, but they take out an Earthshaker, and they take out IOTW for the 8th time. This is a sad Tiny right now. Oop. Ice Blast coming over the top on a couple of these heroes. DK Phobos trying to get away. Another kick from LeBron Dota. He'll get the kill. Meanwhile, on the back lines, Roger's taken out. Illidan trying to do all he can with the BKB. Time-lapse is away. Now caught in the pit of Malice. Getting very low. Shikuchi about to run out on the back lines. There's the Rod of Atos. Firestorm comes through. They start to hit away again at Illidan with the Shikuchi one more time. Able to walk away. They almost just clean up the entire side of Team Spirit just like that. They're still actually coming over and thinking about going in. Illidan forming their side of the jungle. So it just seems as though this Tiny's never going to get off the ground. 2,000 net worth behind a Chen, of all things. And then you look at his net worth, he's only 2,000 ahead of his own Earthshaker, who's got Blink, 4-staff, and almost the Shadow Blade. This is almost a good game for an Earthshaker. Said it's a really bad game for the Tiny, and they're trying to rely heavily on DK Phobos as well as Illidan. But we saw right there how quickly Illidan does get shredded. So there's the Kaya. There's Nullifier for the Lifestealer. Double damage for Illidan. Hex out here for General. They go into the Roshan pit. Smoke's going to be used by Navi. They're on the high ground right now. These Ancients coming over. The rest of the team nearby. Ooh, Echo Slam. I think that missed on Dendy. Able to blink away. Now on the back lines is coming through is Navi. They look at Roger. There's the fissure. Should be a kill, and he will end up going down. But LeBron Dota, he's in there with the Rolling Boulder as well as the Geomagnetic Grip. No time lapse there for the Weaver. They'll take out Illidan for 84 seconds. The Spirit Vessel is gone. Onto Biver with the Ice Blast hitting on 2, but I don't think that's enough. FNG getting run down, and the rockets will start to fly out. Crystallize ends up dropping to DK Phobos. And the rest of the fight is raging on with only 2 heroes alive here for the side of NaVi. Got the Timber Chain onto the high ground. They still want to look for General. Take a look at that fight recap. It was buyback from Illidan. Oh, General coming over as well as the Tinker. Tinker in a little bit of trouble. Dendy getting very low. There's the totem. They clean him up. Nobody's got buyback. None of them have buyback. Now they go after General. This is going to be a full team wipe for the side of Team Spirit. NaVi falling apart here. Nobody has buyback. This is at least the Aegis. Maybe a push. Thankfully, they have tier 2s up. But this is now even at 23. Aegis going their way. This is Aegis and Cheese on the second Roche. There it is. No Dendi for 45 seconds. That's the most important part for them. Gotta remember that Illidan did buy back. He's got the Aegis for right now, but they'll go after this tier 2. Here's the push on. 3 heroes alive here for the side of NaVi. But everybody here for Team Spirit, and they're gonna push this tier 2. They might even push the tier 3. Pressuring out, maybe feeling for buybacks, but the second they know that Dendi doesn't have buyback, they might go in even deeper. The BKB now finally here for ILTW. And they'll back off for now and continue to farm. And now pressure this tier 2 over top. That's 2 tier 2s gone, and there's the game. Now 1,000 net worth difference. Still ILTW with just the Silver Edge, so he's got to try and find a little bit more farm. He's also got the BKB coming, so we'll see if that changes the game for the Tiny. Starting to get a little bit higher than possibly General, whose farm is kind of stymied down. And he only has the Rod of Atos and the Hex. Every time Dendi's gotten caught, it's really turned into such a bad turn of events for NaVi. As now, invis forward with the Shadow Blade is this Earthshaker. Oh my god, just so slow. Almost had it. Standing in the March of the Machines, knew that he was nearby. Bivra with the Shadow Blade almost catches out Dendi. We really need to start getting these Tinker wards out there so they have the exact knowledge on where he's at. Rolling Boulder over LeBron Dota. He's already looking to clean up these Tinker wards, but they don't even exist yet. Gem here on the Earthshaker. Tiny BKB as well as the Silver Edge. You take a look at the Timber Saw. 15 Bloodstone charges. Oof, almost finds the Tinker. Oh boy, Illidan in a little bit of trouble. There's the Rolling Boulder. He is going to land. The dust comes out. Illidan Boulder Smash. Geomagnetic Grip as well as the Pit of Malice. Down goes the Aegis. We'll see if they're able to fight this. They do have Echo Slam. If NaVi get a little bit too close to each other, this hits on 3. They're still going to look for the Blink, maybe the Echo Slam, as this is Team Spirit coming in, trying to run through those March of the Machines, but you see how much damage he takes, and he can't even blink afterwards. They are invis. They do have the smoke onto this Earthshaker. Close that store, please. NaVi, they pop the Aegis, and that's pretty decently big for them, but the game is back at even. This was a 7,500 net worth lead before for NaVi. We've seen this before. Last time this happened, it was an hour and 5-minute game that went the way of Team Spirit. That was game 2 over 3 hours ago.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
1,000 net worth lead here. You take a look. Tiny's really brought back his farm, and maybe he might be able to start doing something in these exchanges. He's still only 1, 8, and 9. LeBron Dota still carrying Crystal Eyes. His farm continues to slow down every time that does happen. And LeBron Dota, take a look at his farm. He's got the Spirit Vessel. Combine that with General, who's got the Hex, as well as the Rod of Atos Pipe. And the side of Team Spirit is nearby, but they are invis. Possibly looking for a kill. Ooh, Blink Echo Slam. He finds himself. Just LeBron Dota. There's going to be the Infest. Pop down he goes. Crystal Eyes gets the kill, but General's taken out from Illidan. Now they've got the toss coming on forward as Illidan's got the BKB. They're continuing to work. And Stunned up for now is DK Phobos. They look over at Roger, looking to get that second kill. There's the ulti. Double kill for Illidan. 2 die on the side of NaVi. No buyback, as they do get themselves at least one with the kill on to this Earthshaker. Now it turns into a 1,000 net worth lead here for the side of Team Spirit. They look really good right now. Oop. Ancients don't want those getting away. Here's DK Phobos to clean them up. Dendy coming over as well as LeBron Dota. There's going to be the rolling boulder. Oh my god, the nullifier with the boulder smash. This Crystallized pops out of the infest. They look for a second one. They kill FNG so quick. LeBron is the perfect transport for the Lifestealer. Baits him in with the Ancients. They're so strong, but then all of a sudden, Lifestealer and the Earth Spirit are both there. Geomagnetic Rip, as well as the Boulder Smash. Stun, Silence, Muted. Thanks to the Nullifier here on Crystallize. Down the 2 of them go. 2 more kills for Crystallize now. 12, 2, and 9. DK Phobos. 17 Bloodstone charges. He's doing pretty decently. Take a look over at Weaver again. Scotty finished on him. He bought out on that. Oop. Over on the side. General coming over. There's the Hex with a Pit of Malice coming through. Will be Dendy trying to get onto that Ancient. Rolling Boulder onto the edge. Dust comes through onto Biver as well as Illidan. So they'll at least lose Biver. But they need to get Illidan back. So with that, they take out the Earthshaker again. That's going to be a 3rd kill for them in a row. They're looking at this Roger, level 23. Oh my god. What's the experience look like? Coming back to even. They're actually behind. Tinker here, almost level 25. He's got the Hex as well as the Kaya now. No Ags on him, but Kaya Hex is quite nice. Take a look at the Lifestealer. Nullifier, Desolator, Armwit. So NaVi up 3,000 net worth, and for sure definitely have an opportunity to win this game. It's no way thrown by any means. They are up at the moment. Take a look over, trying to find themselves Illidan, but he uses the Shikuchi, get it back. Oh, rolling boulder, this is in quite deep. LeBron Dota might have gone in a little bit too far as the Radovitos comes back. There's the Infest pop. Crystallize trying to hit away at Illidan, but he's got that BKB. They've already taken out the Earthshaker, or the Earth Spirit. Now they got to try and get themselves out of there. Dark Rift, Force Staff in, Roger gone. They get themselves a couple of heroes gone. And trying to find Tinker was Illidan, but he doesn't find anybody. So they kill off the Earth Spirit. 27 to 26, 2,000 net worth lead. Now a Dagon coming out for a Chen. That's insane. Denny's got so much farm, went to that Dagon, and it did work out for him despite getting shut down early. He's now 5, 7, and 8. You take a look at Crystallize, 12, 2, and 9. He's a big bounty on his head. Illidan as well, 9, 1, and 8. The cores are just not dying, or the carries are just not dying right now. Earthshaker. We're going to find that qualifying Echo Slam. But really, NaVi don't have to stay that close together. Front line with the Lifestealer, they front line with the Earth Spirit, and from there on the back lines, Tinker's just there to shoot lasers and rockets, and that's it. So level 25 is the Weaver, level 25 is the Timber Saw. He gets 1,400 on the Timber Chain range. Let me take a look at the Tiny. Just about to hit level 25. And he's got an MKB just about. They look over LeBron Dota trying for that boulder smash. They find him, but he rolling boulders away. He breaks the smoke. He finds out the plan of Team Spirit. Meanwhile, over bottom, General just continuing to push. There's no tier 2 here, and the creeps will push into this tier 3. They do come around the back from the side of Team Spirit. They have so much Shikuchi movement speed. A lot of Atos trying to get the kill. The Ice Blast doesn't exactly hit. Oh, Fissure off the mark, but there's the Echo Slam on a Dendy. The Hex comes through, and down goes Beaver because the rest of the team is here. Crystallize gets the kill, and it is looking bad for the side of Team Spirit, but actually it's worse for Crystallize. And they take out Dendy. They take out Crystallize. It looked bad for a moment for Team Spirit, but they lose both their cores. And one of them, Crystallize, doesn't have buyback for 80 seconds. $80 seconds, no Life Stealer. 70 seconds, no Dendy. They want to force that buyback. They can still continue to push this tier 3. Roger brings the Ancient Creeps back. They've got General to try and hold. The Ice Blast does hit on him. LTW cleaning up with the cleave. Here comes Illidan right into the Pit of Malice. Time-lapsing back. Yes, Pit of Malice is still there. There's the Hex with the Rod of Atos. They might be able to kill off Illidan. They will. Oh my god, they get the kill. There's the toss in from FNG. They try to get this Earth Spirit killed off, but now here comes Dendy. He's bought back, and he is mad. He's a tinker and ready to throw these lasers and rockets out at you. And with that, Team Spirit will retreat. They've got what they came for, but they also lost Illidan. Dead for 100 seconds, and now NaVi looking to do the exact same to Team Spirit that Team Spirit just did to them, forcing a buyback on a core to then look for this push. So 29-29, Roshan now back up. We'll spot this for you, Chen, don't worry. Rogers Chen creeps do get on in there. And that's Roshan available. Gem back on the Underlord. They look over at Roche. General here with Crystallize. And Denny making his way over. Dagging again and again and again. The only reason they were able to push high ground up the last time for Team Spirit was because Dendy was dead. They don't have to deal with that Dagon. They don't have to deal with everything else that comes from a Tinker with the Hex, the Kaya, the lasers, the rockets, and now he's alive. He bought back, but he's got the Aegis to work with. So he still does have that second life. And NaVi, they're looking to take advantage of it, looking to go in on the side of Team Spirit. Got their whole team here. There's the Shadow Blade used by General. Infested in is the Life Stealer coming around the back. Team Spirit nearby. They've got now their Shadow Blade out from ILTW. Oh, Fissure, Rod of Atos. They find themselves Roger. Do they even have the damage to get the kill that quickly? Because on the back lines is the rest of the team. LeBron Dota comes on in. There's the BKB pop by ILTW. They have the dust coming out on a Biver. The rolling boulder's going to miss. But on the back lines, we take a look. In a lot of trouble is this Illidan again. They get the kill onto the Weaver. There's the rolling boulder into the Hex. Still trying to run away is going to be this Timber Saw, but he's in the Rod of Atos with the Dagon, hitting a couple of times. The Spirit Vessel is out on him to go down. They both have buyback, but this is NaVi making it happen. FNG hits the deck. He doesn't have buyback, and here's the Dark Rift out. Echo Slam comes through. Is this going to be enough damage? Nope, they're gone. Out of there they are. The taxi's on time. Uber was called, and they get the hell out of there. They were out of there faster than when some girl gets a little bit too attached in the club and wants the ride back. They said, nope, see ya. And they are gone. $7,000 net worth, $8,000 net worth lead here for NaVi. And now 2 Dagon 5s for the side of NaVi. Fighting again, they look over. It's going to be a problem for ILTW. He's getting low with a Nullifier. He actually gets himself back full health. You take a look at Illidan. He just fought back. He's going to use that time lapse. And now he signs up to the Geoman Grip coming out from the Earth Spirit. They've got themselves the kill on the Earth Spirit. The Dagons come through. Illidan's going to be dead. This could be just game over for GG on Game 4. They're going to force a Game 5. They look for the Tiny. The Lotus Orb is out on the Timber Saw. They got themselves the double kill. There it is. The kill comes out for Roger. The Lotus Orb is just keeping him alive for a moment longer. Down he goes. Everybody dead. And that they do not have is buyback. NaVi, GG is called. Game 5 will happen between these two teams. We go the distance. And game 4 goes to NaVi. Game 1 to NaVi, 2 and 3 to Spirit. Now game 4 to NaVi, and we will be going to game 5. This is insane. Wow. So Dendy, who had this slow start, ends up top of the net worth in front of Illidan. He started like 0-4, and it really looks bad for Dendy on that Tinker. Brings it all the way back. This is the second time we've seen a Tinker do the work they needed. That on top of the fact that they had crystallized 15, 3, and 13. And don't forget my MVP, LeBron Dota, with the boulder smashes, the geomagnetic grips, the magnetizes coming out every single time. We're on point for the side of NaVi. And they take this game 4, extend it to a game 5, and we'll be back with that in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter, BCop Casting on Twitch. I'm selling out right now. Follow me to know when I'm casting. And if you like what you saw, tweet at everybody who's important beyond some of these organizations, all the events, Moonduck, whoever. Let them know that you like me. I want to be casting as much as I can in 2018. We'll be back with Game 5 in just a moment. Stay right there.